Gotta do the usual ritual. That being to wipe off the camera a little bit. Make sure it's crystal clear, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I think we're good. So now we play the waiting game. I wanted to try to do this in the middle of the day because I know usually I have the live reactions really late at night after adulting and working and such. And I'm like, nah, man, I gotta try to do it in the middle of the day because I've been doing a lot of them at night. So I'm like, we're gonna have some in the day. We're gonna have at least one in the day. So I try my best to have some during like the day, but just some days I'm really really tired from like working or getting ready to work and such. I mean, I'm getting ready to even work today, but I figure we're gonna get this out here and do it in the middle of the day. And plus it being Saturday, I'm like, it's probably the best day to do so. But yeah, so I guess we're just gonna play the waiting game, wait for some people to show up, all that good stuff. My pops is outside right now. He's got my gloves, my outdoor gloves. So I figure, because he's getting wood and such for the house. Because we got like a wood stove. We got wood stoves with our home, and he's getting the wood for that. So I figure since I can't really go out there because he's got my gloves, I'll do the episode reaction right now. So I'm just gonna play the waiting game a little bit and see who else shows up for this thing, man. So having one in the middle of the day. But yo, we got two people in here, like at least two people in the shadows watching right now. Yeah, it's just been a surreal like last week for real. Like I'm still just sitting and processing it. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me a water. I need some water. Gotta stay hydrated. All right, we're good. Oh jeez, I stepped the wrong way. All right, stepping on the beat. Do, 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 do. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. You ever drink something and you feel it go from like your face down to your big toe because you haven't drank something in a while? Yeah, that just happened. A little dehydrated. But yeah. So I guess we're just gonna play the waiting game for for a little bit. Hey, we got somebody up in here. Somebody's up in here. Let your presence be known. How's it going? How you guys doing today? I'm just chilling, all that good stuff, still processing even the last week. Like, just still processing. Like, I process it every day. I wake up, even going to bed. I'm just like, bro, it's wild. All the support y'all have been giving me, like, I can't thank you enough for real. I know I say it a lot, but, like, legit. I've just been sitting, thinking about life, just think about it big time, the better part of the last week. But still, just cranking, of course. I got some more ice stadium battles planned, too. I've been making, like, multiple stadiums. I even stayed up, like, well, I took a nap yesterday, and then woke up like really late, and it was really cold out last night. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make some more stadiums. So I made like multiple ice stadiums. I've got the one that I've been using for like the last couple videos, like with the BB10. Trying to make another one with the BB10. Not sure if it'll be able to work because BB10 is an older stadium, and not trying to damage it big time or anything. Cause still got plans, you know. But also using the other custom stadium that I had that I've been using as the mold, That's the first one I used, like, for the first stadium. So I used that and switched up this one a little bit because, playing around with just some different design ideas for, like, the ice stadiums, like, different things I can incorporate with them. So I did that last night. It got really cold. Yo, we got a couple people up in here. What's up, Nate? No Not Used up in here, too. But yeah, it got really cold last night. Like, it was when I went to sleep earlier this morning. Like I said, I took a nap last night. I woke up, did a little work on the stadiums, and then I went back to sleep. Uh, it was -7 then, like legit -7 degrees outside. That's before even the wind chill, and then it went down to like -10, like way way early this morning. And with the wind chill, it was like like around -20. It was insane. Like yeah, some New York weather. That's how winter gets here. It's crazy, man. Dang, that's cold. Yeah, it was real cold, man. But I figured since I was up and it was so cold, I'd go and just pour a little more water into the stadiums, like reinforce them a bit. Because I'm trying to make some more, because I love doing the ice stadium battles. And I've been doing a lot of battles with like some of the GT bays, Super King bays, but I'm doing like I got plans for some Dynamite battle bays as well. So, especially having the full roster now. Um, yeah, I'm I'm big time hyped because they're turning out. It seems like they're turning out really, really well. And it was so cold that like froze nearly on contact. If not in contact, like minutes. But yeah, yo, SHH, how's it going? I think it's how you say it, or just like the yo, Kimbo 311's up in here. What's up, dude? We got 7 people up in here. All right, we got a little crowd showing up here. Again, I can't thank y'all enough. Like, I've just been sitting processing life for the better part of the last week, and I'm still just like, holy crap. But like I said before, anybody wasn't there for that stream. I got approved to be verified, which is insane. Like, for real. Even just seeing a comment, like commenting something and seeing a check mark, that's holy hell. It's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. And we got approved for for the button, the silver play button, man. So don't know when. Maybe it'll be like February or March. Who knows? Don't know when. But um, it's gonna get here. When it does, it's going right there. Always had that window in case it ever did happen, and y'all made it where it did happen, and yeah, it's gonna go there. And I'm still just shook, but yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for real. It's just been a week of just sitting and meditating and really, really thinking about life. I'm just still flabbergasted and baffled. Still grinding for the home and such. We got about uh like less than 10 days now for the deadline for the home. We should be all right, but just been sitting and grinding. That's why you haven't seen me getting as much stuff or anything for the better part of the last like few weeks. Just tone it down and such. Um, Hoping to get random booster 27 sometime soon, because that booster does look really, really sick. I know people are like, are you gonna make like the perfect Balio with it if I do manage to get the base? I don't know. I'm gonna keep the most stock in the beginning if I manage to pull them, but if I get any duplicates or such, that'll go towards like making that perfect Dynamite Balio. But yeah, man, don't think I've forgotten about it because I haven't. Just taking care of things with the home and such because our deadline, was coming up. So extra cranking. It's been a little bit stressful, but y'all have been here like supporting big time in background even while being on the grind, and I can't thank you enough for real. Like myself, my family, we cannot thank you guys enough. For real. For everybody who's helped out and supported and even donated and such, like for real. You guys are the goats. And I really, really cannot thank you enough. But anyways, we gotta get into this episode reaction. I love that hat. Thanks, man. It's a custom one that was made. Oh, my friend made it for me some time ago. So yeah, it actually says like Kimbo on it too, like CK1MBO. It's wild, man. It looks really, really sick. And especially times like this where it's cold out. Yeah. I mean it's up to like what? Like 20 degrees right now, but it's probably gonna get cold again. Like I said, it was way sub-zero last night. It was wild, man. But yeah, so we got to get into this episode. It's episode number 44. It's gonna be hype because legit Vault versus Pain. Like we're already getting this battle, dude. We've got like 8 episodes left after this. So the question is, how is it gonna go? But I still see Pain as an anti-hero. I don't see him as the big time like antagonist. He's coming in with like he has hatred fueling him, but I still don't see him being like a full-fledged like antagonist because the main person he is aiming at is Rashad, and it's a given that Rashad is like the one they built up as the antagonist. But I personally feel like he hasn't snapped yet. We all see it like with the antagonist usually towards the end of the season, like the very, very end is where they really really, really start to snap. How fast it happens, it differs, but Rashad's not at that point yet. But I feel like it might be Pain that's the one that makes him snap like that. But I don't see Pain being full evil. He's more of an anti-hero. He's not fully on the side of good, but he's not full-fledged evil either. That's why he's more of an anti-hero with this, because he's more on like Belle's side and such, because they're going after Rashad. Not like full like, hey, you're my best friend, buddy, or anything, but same goal, taking down Rashad. But yeah, man. So we got to get into this episode. Let's see. Okay, it's like 10 minutes. All right, let's see here. So we're at Belle's mansion. Some birds. Vault's just yelling. He's like, ah! Oh, okay. Yeah, it's his first time seeing it. He's like, the hybrid stadium. That's so cool. And Bell's like, yeah, like you battled in the stadium before. I'm sure you've seen. Like, yeah, it was a great battle. He's like, all right, let's do this. Payne's like, he's doing this, man. Doing like the little growl. All right, Bell's talking to Payne. Probably saying, like, after this battle with Vault, I'm going to face you and I'm going to take you down. And saying, like, how are you going to sit and get in the middle of it? Because it's classic Bell. You know, he's just like, all right, get this battle over with so I can face you and I can beat you. Because Bell obviously wants to get payback against Payne because he lost to him the first time, you know, with the prominent shaker. And he wants a rematch. But yeah, now Gramps is behind the machines and everything, probably gonna pull out the Robo. Yeah, man, he's pulling out the cam. And now it's being announced. There's a battle happening. So the Legend of Legends, Aoi Balto, facing off against Phenomenal Pain. Now Rashad's interested. He's been sitting and cleaning Raphael, but now he's actually looking up and paying attention. Gramps is sipping on, what, some tea or coffee, something. I'm guessing tea. Bell's got the drone. He has it pointed at him. He's like, Rashad, just watch this. Just wait. I'm going to show you my power, and I'm going to win. Like, I'm going to face Phenomenal Pain, and I'm going to beat him. And then afterwards, I'm going to face you, and I'm going to beat you. And then Ranzo pulling him back like, stop. This isn't your battle. All right, Ilya and Basra stopped their training. Now Rashad's sitting and thinking, first battle, here we go. And he holds out Phoenix. Prominence Phoenix. Thinking about the battle where the armor came off. Just like that armor, the prominent shield. Ooh! Yo, that's how you know Vault's a genius player. He's the legend of legends. He looked at it and immediately noticed something different. So Payne has it. I'm pretty sure he has it in the heavy mode now. He had it in the regular mode. And that's where like the armor was coming off easier. But now he's got it with the heavy mode because he sees like how it's shaped differently, how the blue points are sticking out. And he noticed that just by seeing it, man, before the actual battle. All right, so Vault picked up on the mode change for Phoenix right away before the battle even started. So, but that's how you know, man. Vault a genius blader for sure. Very observant. He's like, he's using a different mode. Payne's just looking like... He's like, pay attention, Rashad. 3, 2, 1. Cool shit. Oh, man. Payne's launch is so cool. All right. Ultimate Valkyrie versus Prominence Phoenix. EK Valkyrie. Shooting in for that big-time attack. Trying to catch up to Phoenix. He's like, he's trying to get rid of the shield right away. Big hit. He's like, what? It took that hit. What? Probably noticing, like, yeah, it's in the heavy mode, so it's tougher to get that armor off. He's like, the shield won't come off. Well, then. Valkyrie! Shooting forward for a big attack. Another big hit. They're both hitting each other towards the center. Trying to push Phoenix towards the hole. Prominence counter! Yo, you... Whoa! What? What? The Prominence counter. Okay, I'm surprised they didn't call it, like, Universe counter. Because he used the Universe, but Prominence counter. He was on the edge of, like, you know, the hole in the stadium where the base dropped down. Like, Payne purposely let Valkyrie push Phoenix back towards that hole. And then once it started to drop down, he used the prominence counter and he used the universe to circle around the hole and gain speed and then hit Valkyrie and it KO'd it. Bro. Wow. That's a sick strategy, man. He's got Phoenix. Yeah, he's mastered Phoenix for sure. Payne's not playing. He's literally trying to show Rashad like he can take down whoever Rashad's taking down, and then once he does so, he's going after Rashad. But yeah, they finally fixed the animation error of Valkyrie having evolution dash. Oh, did they? Yeah, well, I mean, variable dash, evolution dash, they look really similar, but hey, at least they fixed that. That's cool. Reminds me of those rare times where Bay hits exactly right spot of the stadium to do that and realize, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I've had it happen a couple of times, like where the Bay bounces up or it hits the stadium and then it circles around the ridge of the stadium and gets a big hit. Like, it's wild, man. It's only happened with me, like, probably like 3-4 times, but at least getting the majority of those like actually on camera has been sick. But all right, so Phoenix gets the first win with an over finish. They're all like, oh. Dang, man. He's like, that was a mode change. Bossor said that's a mode change. With the mode change, it switched to the heavy mode. He's still thinking about Rashad, man. Even facing Vault. Wow, he's literally using, like, it's like Bell said, he's using, like, Vault as an example to Rashad. Like, I hope you're watching closely, Rashad. Because Rashad beat Savior. He hasn't faced Ultimate yet. But if Payne beats Ultimate here and now, it'll show Rashad just how strong Payne is, and he's not playing. Like, he's going to come for the throat. He's coming for the throat next time, man. But I'm really still feeling like it's gonna be like a little bit of an uphill battle for Payne, just because like the setup from the first battle, and obviously both of their bays have evolved since then. And plus Rashad breaking bays, like Payne has won a lot of these battles and such using like big time strategies, but he has not broken a bay. You notice that he has not broken a bay. Rashad has been breaking bays, so it makes me honestly nervous still for when that battle this happened with Payne and Rashad, like. If Rashad's gonna do it, because that's the big battle they're building up towards. Yo, Payne. He's starting to be wild. He's starting to get wild. He's like, I'll show you a battle. Yo, okay. Payne's wild demeanor is starting to show, man. Ooh, Vault's getting serious. That wind up. He switched it. He switched the mode. He's switching the mode, so it's making it less predictable for Vault. That's how you know Payne's strong, man. Like, yes, he's a newer character coming in, but he is no dummy. He is no dummy whatsoever. He knew what he was doing with Phoenix. And even with this, like, seeing that last strategy of what he used, he knew that Vault was going to probably try to adjust to that. But even Vault can't really adjust if you're sitting there with a big-time mode change and such. Like, yes, Vault's beaten them in the past, but especially in the case of Phoenix, like, that armor plays a big role. And he switched the modes again. Like, heavy mode and normal mode. He's like, Vault picked up on that right away. He's like, Rashad, I will show you a battle now. Oh my gosh. Vault yelled out. He's like, let's go. The flare coming off of Payne! Yo, show some of his true power. Oh, yo, his eyes are gleaming more. He's got the aura coming up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Come on, Vault. 3, 2, 1. Cool shit. Rush your shit. Going in for a hit right away. Knock the armor off with one hit. He's like, it's in normal mode. Prominence your shield! Dodge it, Valkyrie! Valkyrie dodged it. He dodged the shield. Like, not bad. The shield rolled down to the bottom. But Phoenix is still on top. He's going in for the attack. He sent Valkyrie down. Wait a minute. Is he gonna... He is not. Is he gonna land in the armor? This is Pain we're talking about. He's super strategic with everything. Is he gonna make Valkyrie land in the armor? Because it's falling. It's like Valkyrie's not as scared. Yeah, dude! Oh my god, he's gonna go for an attack from above. Valkyrie's a sitting duck because he's stuck in the armor. He's using the shield as a trap, dude. Oh no, he's gonna go in for an attack. He's going for the full burst. Dude. Pain's completely calm now. He knows what he's doing. He laid a trap. Wait! He's not going for the... Is he playing with Vault right now? Is he playing with him? Just like, I'll make it a battle of stamina. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. You want defense? Like, I'll show you... I showed you defense with the first battle. You know what? With this one, I'll make it a battle of stamina. I really don't care. And he's doing so. And he trapped Valkyrie in the arm. He is mentally playing games with Rashad, even though, like, Rashad's not physically there. He's using Vault as an example big time, dude. And this is the Wonder Boy Vault Ahoy. Like, we know he's strong. But we haven't seen that strategy with Phoenix. Fi didn't even do that. He never trapped anybody in the actual armor. This... Yo, Phoenix. Don't be playing with Phoenix, man. It's one of my favorite bays. Just the cool gimmicks and the way that the Bladers use it in the show. Oh, my God, dude. Valkyrie's a sitting duck. He's like, Valkyrie, he's trying to stop Valkyrie with stamina. He's like, phenomenal, attack him already. What are you doing? He's like, he's going for a spin finish. Rashad, I'll show you now. You're in my... I'm going to take out Valkyrie. And then you're my target. He grabbed the drone and he's like, I'm going to crush you. Oh my God. Probably saying, is this boring? He's probably like, is this a boring battle to you? Yo, man. Pain, dude. The way they're setting this, man, I dig it. I dig it, man. Oh my God. Are you gonna make MFB videos again? In time, but there's literally thousands upon thousands of battles to go and watch. Like, for now, the MFB homage series is on pause, and once I get back into it, it's gonna be the last arc. Like, once I really get back into it, once I finish making those, that'll be it for MFB content. Considering, like I said, been doing it for a decade and making it last even that long, even like 8 years after MFB ended. You know, so for now, there's plenty of stuff to go watch. When the time comes, I will be getting back into it and finishing off the MFB homage series, but that time is not coming yet. It will hopefully be sometime by hopefully the end of by the summer or such, or sometime by the end of this year. So I'm planning to get the MFB homage series completely done and be totally done with MFB by the end of this year. But yeah, man. So let's get back into it. Yeah, that thought. Just like, is this a boring battle to you? And wins it with a spin finish. So Pain wins. I like that though. That's the thing with this. They still protected Vault big time. Let's guess Pain really used plot armor this time. I see what you did, Baymon. But people might be upset. Like Vault lost. What the heck? Like, in my honest opinion, people too much too much are just like, oh man, this blader loses. Oh, they look really, really weak or such. And that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of powerful bladers and such. But with Beyblade, just like many other games, no one is going to win forever. That's just how it goes. It's about what you do with defeat. And I'm sure all of you have seen that, like with battles in general. It's about what you do after you lose. You pick yourself back up, you get stronger and such. I guess in this case, like Pain just using that fuel and such, you know what I mean? Even though it's technically prominent shield, not prominent armor. Yeah, it's technically like prominent shield. They call it the shield with this and not exactly the armor. But yeah, maybe to differentiate from like Fi's armor from Pain's shield, which I guess makes sense, you know. But I kind of hope that Fi does come back with like the final season and then we see like him have the armor. Because maybe like the shield doesn't have any metal on it. Fi's armor did have metal on it both times. But with this shield, notice there's no metal. So maybe that's why they're calling it the shield, because it's just full plastic. And then the armor, because like armor, metal, and just doesn't have metal with it. So maybe if we see another Phoenix, if Fi comes back and has another Phoenix, which I honestly would love to see, I'm gonna like lay an egg if they actually make it where Fi comes back with a new Phoenix in the next season. Like I said, nothing against Pain. He's one of my favorite characters, honestly, from this season. Out of the new characters, he might be up there. He might be number one. Because I love the way they've had this man just come in and use crazy strategy with it and truly show the potential of Phoenix. I don't even think he's shown the full potential of it yet. He's shown a lot, but he's still thinking in different ways, man. He's still showing different cards, like going out different cards, which is really, really wild. But yeah, I like this because I mean they still are protected vault. Like power wise, it wasn't even power with this. You know what I mean? It's not like Pain used his power and got the full burst on Valkyrie. He used strategy. And sometimes strategy is what gets the win. It's not just always about full-fledged power. It was big-time strategy because he didn't show all of his cards. Like with all these battles, he hasn't been showing all of his cards. He's been slowly showing off more and more and more and more of Pain's potential and Phoenix's potential as the battles have gone along with these last few since he debuted, But yeah, man. And especially with this, that was a sick strategy. So he didn't beat him with power. He beat him with strategy. And that was a smart way of doing it, man. Pain equals Fi and Hyde. We don't know if there's a connection with them, but you can see the resemblance with his armor. Like even with his design and such and his armor, we don't know if he's like a little brother of them or anything, but you can see the reference for sure, at least that TT's doing, which I really hope the last season, like, it feels like Pain is a placeholder with this season. Like I said, nothing against him. He's an absolutely epic character. But you can't tell me you guys wouldn't want to see Fi come back. Like Fi, Hearts, Hyde, whichever one you want to call them. Like seeing them return. Imagine like Fi coming back as a big time anti-hero. Like how Pain's an anti-hero now, but like it's Fi, dude. Come on. The same thing with Hearts. I'm really hoping this last season is an end game season because we deserve that, man. Like there would be so much epic potential. I think I saw like Zenki saying a thing about what if it was like Dynamite Battle 2, like if they had a DB2 instead of like a new system. Honestly, if that happened, I would not be mad whatsoever. Not one bit. Because they can expand on Dynamite. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they could still do so much with Dynamite Battle. Like the high and the low modes, you bring in a bunch of different other bays that we haven't seen in a long time. Like, that'll be really, really cool. But yeah. Will it be? I don't know if we'll see like a DB2. Just knowing TT, they might do like a new system, like one final system. But yeah, still, I'm hyped for the next season. But we gotta see the end of this. The flames coming off of his eyes, dude. Did he say? Wait. I'm pretty sure he said stamina. I'm pretty sure he said stamina. Just like, because he's playing on the idea of like the boring battle. He's like, your battle style was boring. He used full defense. He used full defense with that first battle. Like, he used like, well, the ring to have that attack, and then use that defense for attack and send Valkyrie back. And then he focused on stamina with that one. Just playing on like the whole idea of, oh, boring battle style. I'll show you now. Show you different battle styles. Were you glad that Ultimate Valkyrie didn't burst? I am, honestly, because it still protects Vault. Like, it still shows Vault is very powerful. When it comes to power, straight up power, nobody's won against Vault. But when it's strategy, Pain out-strategized Vault. He did. He wasn't going for the full burst or anything. Like, Vault seemed like he was going for big-time power because he was trying to get that armor off and such and then go after Phoenix. But then it was a whole trap laid by Pain from the start. From the start. You could tell it's from the start because he never once was like, oh, like shocked about anything. It went completely in his favor. So, yeah, man, that was really sick. Pain had the full strategy down to a T with this. And he's like, I'm going to out-strategize the opponents. I'm going to beat them. And then Rashad, I'm coming after you. And it seems like, well, Bell wants to face off against Pain. So, I don't know. Are they going to have that, like, next time? Why are you saying, like, I'll show you if it's a boring battle or not. Defense stamina doesn't matter. He's like, Vault, Phenomenal managed to beat you. He's like, Vault got trapped at the bottom of the stadium. What are you talking about? Probably like a loss is a loss. But still, I'll face him. Probably like, Phenomenal. Battle time. And then he left. He's like, Phenomenal left. What? He's not even brushing Bell. He don't even want to face Bell, man. He's going after his shot next. It's a given. He's gearing up to face Rashad. He's the only one left on his list, pretty much. He just got by Vault, It's like Rashad and Phenomenal's battle. It's not going to be a pretty one. She was probably like, yeah. You may have gone down with this one, but you'll just get stronger, and for next time. Phenomenal! And he's sitting just running on the path. They always go back to that path, man, but they show how it evolves over time, because I don't think those, like, barriers used to be there. I think it was just the green hills and such. And somebody said it, too. There's always, like, a hill with a bridge, like a bridge looking out with a bridge over a river. Like, always, man. Like, we saw it in MFB. We see it here. Like, I don't know if that's them paying homage to, like, all the seasons one another. Like, a little Easter egg. So it's cool. But just food for thought. And considering, like, I'm just getting images of, like, Vault and Shu running on this path. Even, like, Drum, Delta, and the others running on this path. Like, it's around where Iga and Ranjiro met, too. Like, it's crazy, man. All the references are wild. That was like Vault's training grounds before. Yeah, like it's where they all trained big time. Like Vault trained there before. Like Iga at the beginning of the season, with season 3, he was training there. Even Drum went by there. Drum and the others, like Delta and such, were all jogging on that path too. Like it's wild. And then Bell's mad. He's like, I'm gonna battle you. All right. Well, now we got to see the preview. So that's it for that episode. Let's see the preview. Still doing a live reaction, Mama. My mom's calling for me. So that's what his gear looks like in general. He has those. What? Even when he's not wearing the vest, he's still got like the kind of V-shaped points on it. That's cool. And then you see his hair. Like, it's, like, gelled up from the side, and then he's got a little bit in the back. Just such a cool design, man. And he's looking closely at the screen. And wait a minute. Wait. Bellio's got the perfect gear on. They're bringing. Okay, it's about time. It's about time. So this is where they're bringing it in. So the perfect gear, Bellio. That's gonna be the weight and such that Bellio really needs and the power that it needs. Now he's gonna probably battle Pain, and then this is probably the point where things are gonna start to turn for Bell. I don't know if he's gonna actually beat Pain, but he's gonna put up a good fight and maybe force Pain to use some of his actual real power besides like small little strategies to mess with the opponent, because he's not expecting this. Like Pain's not expecting the perfect gear on Bellio, you know? So this might be a point where Bell kind of catches Pain off guard. Oh man, let's see. Are they gonna battle? Like they get off the plane. What the? it's a. Whoa, he's tall, man. It's a man with a big old beard. You see the mountains in the background, and there's Pain. Pain lives in the mountains. Yo, really? That's sick. Like, is that where he lives, or is he just? I wonder. No, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's where he lives. Considering, like, yeah, the mountains, and then it's by a volcano. So, like, in this mountain range is probably a volcano, and then that's where he goes and he does his training and such. We're getting the big backstory with Pain. Okay, we're getting more details about him. He opened the door, and the man with the like gray hair and the beard, he opens the door, and Pain's hair is drenched, dude. So he's probably just been sitting out training big time. Even like he uses no matter what conditions there are, like rain, sleet, snow, and such, using it to get stronger. Oh yeah, dude. Ooh, and Pain's getting shot. Oh, okay, yeah, this is gonna be the battle. This is gonna be the battle that really pushes Pain. Like he's going after Rashad. You know, he wants to go after Rashad. But I feel like Bell is going to put up a good fight with this. Maybe he's the first one that actually gets a KO on Phoenix. You know? Like, imagine he gets a KO on Phoenix, but then it comes down to the actual big-time power, and Bell not mastering the perfect gear yet. You know, he's going to have the perfect gear, but it's going to be another case of, like, he's still got to master its power completely because all these gears and such on it. So, you know, it seems like he's mastered Dangerous, but he doesn't have the power to really take out Pain or Vault, you know, or Rashad. But he's put up good fights, you know what I mean? Because no matter what, they've all managed to break through it and get through that like stopper. And then having this gear, he's gonna have to like fully relearn Belial again. But then once he perfects like Belial's power and such, that's gonna probably lead to like some of the final battles. But in the meantime, I imagine Bell doing good with this battle. Like he's probably gonna get like maybe a KO finish or something on it and forces Pain to use some of his actual big time power. I can still imagine Pain probably coming out on top, like it being a closer battle, like for sure. Like Pain having to use some of his real power. But then that's what'll probably build it up. And then we maybe get like a filler episode or something, and then we get a build up to the big battle. Like he gets by Bell again for now anyways. And then we get Pain versus Rashad, which is the big battle they've been building up towards. So you know TT's just been building up towards this more. So 45 we get this battle, 46 maybe a filler battle or something. You know, like Bell mastering it. 47 being like where crap hits the fan or something. And then yeah, just going forward. Maybe it's like a two-parter. So we get the start of Rashad versus Pain in one of the episodes, and then we get the finale for it, like the final for that battle in the other episode. And honestly, with how Rashad is, like you see Pain starting to kind of snap a little bit because he's so obsessed with like Rashad and beating him and such. But imagine Rashad starts to snap and he says the same things that he said back then, but even worse. He's like, your battle style still is boring. It's still nothing. You're not going to beat me. And then that's where Rashad starts to fully snap. I imagine Pain being the one that fully just makes Rashad snap. Like start to go full from anti-hero to full antagonist snap with his idea of justice and such, and, you know, being the High King. Pain being the one that pushes that. The question is, will Rashad snap to the point where it's not only like bursting Phoenix, will he break it? because he's been breaking a lot of bays, man. And then imagine his full-fledged, like, insane power reveals itself, and he uses, like, the greatest spear or a move that's even more devastating than the greatest spear. The greatest spear broke Savior. Imagine you use the greatest spear or something, like, even more wild, the greatest spear with more power. And, like I said, imagine if it's, like, an Arthur Delta type of situation with this. You know how Delta had the clone on Venom Diabolos? Or he had it on a race? And then like he hit Apocalypse, but then the clone or the bullet snapped in half, and then after that he obliterated it. After that, Apocalypse destroyed Diabolos. Imagine if it's something like that, where like Pain tries to attack with the armor and such, and use every strategy he can against Rashad, but then even attacking with the armor, he breaks it. Like he actually snaps the armor in two, and then you see like Pain starts to really snap, and then he does a move that's similar to like the final dread impact that Fi used, like with his full-fledged power and such. But then Rashad's like, no, you know, like final prominence impact or some move like that. You know what I mean? But then Rashad's just like, nah, I'm not having it. And then he beats Feet. The question is like, I can imagine like Rashad and Pain facing off, and Rashad being the one that beats Pain. The question is, would he burst it and be the first one to burst it, or will TT take it further? And I can imagine him taking it further, considering he's broken bays in the past. You can't tell me it wouldn't be a shock if, like, Rashad not only, like, breaks the armor, he breaks the armor of Phoenix, like, in half and snaps it in half. But then he breaks Phoenix. You know that'll be devastating. We'd all be shook. I know I'd be shook seeing that, like, this man actually freaking broke it. But that would be the big buildup, you know? Like, Bell putting up a good effort against Pain with this battle, but then Rashad just goes and just completely obliterates Phoenix. That would be the setup for the final battle, honestly. You know? Yeah, that would be insane. Cause I don't know. I hope as we don't see like another battle between like Rashad and Vault and like he snaps big time. Cause I mean the last time, you know, I would have been shook at Pain bursted Ultimate Valkyrie. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it bursting it, honestly. And I like the way they did it, like having him beat him with the strategy. So it still makes Vault very, very strong and such. Ultimate Valkyrie still being a very powerful day. You know, but he just got beat with strategy. Yeah, man. But I can imagine it being that way and then leading up to the final battle. I definitely see the final battle being Rashad versus Bell. And then Bell being the one with the perfect gear, like the fully mastered, fully awakened and such perfect gear. And he manages to beat Rashad because Rashad's always had Bell's number. But then at the very end of it, he finally gets the win. But with how the season's going and there not being that many episodes, I'm feeling like the Cho Z effect with this. What I mean is, remember in Cho Z how we saw Louis during one arc with Bloody, and then after that we didn't see him for the rest of the season? I'm feeling that a bit with this. We're seeing Shu right now, but he hasn't battled with Astro besides Vault and Bell. He hasn't battled anybody. Free battled Bell and, you know, I think, well, Bell and Ramzo, right? I don't think he battled really anybody besides them. And Louis, same thing, not battling really anybody. So it just feels like they're getting their props because they got their new bays with this season, but still being protected. You know what I mean? Why would it be? It just makes full sense to me that the last season being an endgame type of season, especially with how much they protect the characters. Like, you can't tell me in season 5 they didn't protect a lot of the characters. Like, in 1v1s, you didn't really see those battles, like, you know, with, like, Vault, Iga. Well, you saw a couple of, like, Vault, you know, and that was mainly against Lane to put over Lane's power. But, like, Vault, Iga, Drum, Hikaru, Hyuga, and Bell in the mix now, and then powerful bladers like Shu Free and Louis. Epic returning bladers that would be sick to see, like Phi, Gwen, Delta would be amazing to see them, you know. Yeah, like for real, like it should be an end game build up with this, especially if they're still like protecting all these characters throughout all these different seasons, because it doesn't feel like we've seen the full roof of a lot of their powers, you know, like the tag team battles we did, but that's like their combined powers. But I mean in like a 1v1, like their own individual power with it. You know what I mean? Besides like a select few with this season. And it's to mainly put over other bladers. So yeah, who's the strongest blader? Right now, I don't know, man. honestly, like they've done a really good way of mixing this up because it's up in the air who's the absolute strongest right now. I'd say the man. Well, right now the man to beat's Rashad. It's definitely Rashad because he managed to beat Eric. Nobody's managed to figure out Raphael yet. So Rashad's the man to beat. He's the strongest right now, I'd say. But you know, like strongest throughout the whole series, that's a question I believe that we need to get answered and that we could have answered if TT does one simple thing, and that's making the final season an endgame type season, like further than what they did with season 5. Like the full melting pot that season 5 was, the crazy devastation that was in seasons 2 and 3, and even like 4 with like the whole thing with Hell. And yeah, man, for real, like we got to see that. Let's see. Who's the strongest blader? Oh, I read that already. Let's see here. I'd say Rashad is the first and Vol is the second strongest. That's what I'd say too. Like full rank wise. Um, honestly, you got to put Payne in that category now though, because he managed to beat Vault. It might not have been with power, but it was with strategy. And out strategizing Vault all the way is not very easy. But Payne managed to do it. So I'd say Rashad and Payne are both up there. Right now, currently, I'd say Rashad being the strongest, Payne being second, Vault being third. The fourth, um, I'd probably say Bell. I'd probably say Bell, you know. Um, well, yeah, and then Ilya and Basara and Ranzo all being in that category. But yeah, I'm still doing the live reaction. Sup, Kimbo. Imagine if Theodore, the guy from Beyblade Burst Evolution, was the final boss and he had the strongest Beyblade. I'm hoping they have a build up like that. Like they have the full potential to do this. Like I said, all those protagonists like Vault, Iga, Drum, Hikaru, Hyuga, and Bell, as well as powerful bladers like Phi, Gwyn, Delta, Lane, Rashad. I see being in that category as well. Epic returning characters like Shu, Free, Louis, Jaka, or Xander. You know, possibly like Dinah in the fray, Lakia in the fray. I say Dinah because we got Hollow Death Scyther, and it would make no sense. Like you know, like I'm hoping it's like a placeholder type thing where we saw Hollow and he didn't own it. But, you know, that being towards like this is just the release of Death Scyther now and then we get it in the future. Like how we had Lord Spriggan. Shu didn't show up in GT, but we got Lord Spriggan. But then he showed up with World Spriggan, you know, in Super King. I'm hoping it's a thing like that. But like a full endgame type of season with that. The absolute evils that we know didn't turn good being the antagonists for this season. Like a full Rago Nemesis type buildup. They get an ultimate blader that goes through this ultimate Requiem project, far stronger than anything Shu went through. Um, and we see that, man. That would be amazing. And then we have it where like the doji effect happens. And what I mean by this is like we have powerful bladers or like powerful people like Ashton Theodore returning, Eval, Arthur, them returning, being on the sides, but then we have this blader that's literally the Rago of Burst that has a counter for every single thing that any of these legends have, and their Bay being that strong. You can imagine TT like going out the last season being like, yeah, this Bay advertising it as like 90 grams, the heaviest stock Beyblade ever. You know, it'll be wild. What'll be a good name for Theodore's Beyblade, the guy from Beyblade Burst Evolution? I don't know if like he'd have an actual like Bay, and I don't mind if he didn't have like an actual Bay, but you know, him being the mastermind behind creating this, like him and Eval both, and maybe even Arthur's mind as well. So, yeah. Let's see. Generation Titan as its name. That would be pretty cool. That's a pretty sick name. Like we gotta have something like really, really menacing for the name. Like, I mean, you gotta beat out like Variant Lucifer, Greatest Raphael, um, like Spriggan Requiem, like Regalia Genesis, Big Bang Genesis, you know, like a name that like just screams pure evil incarnate. We definitely got to see that, man. Um, but yeah, I think the furthest name we got, like name wise, that was well, I mean, Diabolos was up there for sure, but um, Apocalypse, like Apocalypse is definitely up there in my books, like Apocalypse, Lucifer, Diabolos, like those types of names. But something that's even crazier, man. Like, yeah, something that just screams like end of the world, ultimate bay. I'm going to annihilate all of you. Like, imagine if the first name is Annihilate. That would be pretty cool. Annihilate something. But yeah, that would be really, really sick. But I mean, overall, let me know your guys' thoughts. I'm gonna end this off pretty soon because I still gotta go and do some filming before I actually go and adult. I got about an hour and a half roughly, so I'm ending this off pretty soon. So you got any last questions? Feel free to ask them. I'll answer them right away, and then end this off. But yeah, man, I'm hyped. Get to see Val with the perfect gear finally, and then I'll be able to do battles with like the perfect gear Bellio. Trying to get another Bellio because I want to have like a regular dangerous and then like one with the perfect gear, and I also still have to get some parts of the perfect gear, which hopefully would come with a random booster. But yeah, let's see here. Why don't you put music in your ice battles? Because I love the like just straight silence for it. I know I put in music in some of my videos, and some of them, I might. But for the most part, I just like the natural sounds with it, especially hearing like the ice and such, and the commentary and everything. Don't always need music in order to make a video really, really good. Or nice. Let's see. I want to see you, Kimbo, with full power. It'll happen at some point. Time will tell all. How about Carnage? That sounds pretty menacing. Oh, for sure, man. Hellfire Carnage or something like Annihilate Carnage, Demon Carnage or something like that would be cool. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Like a name like Annihilate Carnage, that screams like, geez. Or there should be a bay called Armageddon. Oh, for sure, man. Like that's a definite name that screams for sure. Let's see, eat the ice stadium challenge. I'm not gonna eat the ice stadium. That water would be gross. If Excalibur would have won the poll instead of Valkyrie, I might wonder how things would be different. How they would bring back Xander if they brought back Jan. I still have hopes for the last season. They're like Burst is definitely one of TT's child. Like it's one of their children. And they're gonna try to go out with something really, really special. Like overall, the way they set up Burst, all these seasons are so epic for different reasons. Like I said, there's just a few select ones. Like they're all up here. There's a few select ones that are a little bit above, and that's because like how they have the crazy build up, or for different reasons. Like season one, the nostalgia, of course, but also like the build up with it and just how fun season one was. Season two, the way they built it up, and also just like the God Bladers Cup in general. That's why it's above like the standard like crazy high tier. That's what makes it through the roof. Season three, how devastating things got with Phi and Dead Phoenix at the end, that's what makes it through the roof. Season four, honestly, with Arthur showing up out of nowhere like a badass, and then like Apocalypse coming in, everything with Apocalypse and Genesis, that's what made that up there like through the roof. Season five, first of all, the melting pot with everybody coming back in, really sick. Well, not everybody, but a lot of players coming back in, and then how they built up Lane and Hikaru and Hugo with all of these battles and such, and the crazy moments we had with it, and a full melting pot and showing off like their power. That's what made that through the roof. Season six, it's up there for sure. Like having like a female blader and Ilya finally being made, but still sad that Magma Ifrit wasn't actually made. Ifritor was, but Ifrit wasn't. Just like, um, yeah. But what could really push it through the roof is honestly now Pain being in the fray of things, and then the crazy battle with Rashad and Pain. The crazy battles we see from here on out could be what pushes this season through the roof. Now, you want the seventh season to be pushed through the roof? You already get a build up with like some of the evil, like you get a season five type of build up where a lot of bladers return, even some we haven't seen in seasons that are still credible to come back. For example, Xhaka, Dinah, those two I think are definitely credible. Honestly, I'd say Ken. It'll be cool to see another Kerbeus for sure. Wakia, because like legit, he only showed up with Jet Wyvern in one episode, and it makes no sense. Like, why would he not battle again? After just that one episode, literally, we saw him in one episode. He was definitely like a placeholder, like having Jet Wyvern. But you know what I mean? But I hope they look at like what they did with the manga in season five and realize they had something bigger with all the bladers sitting around the table and such. That cast alone would be amazing. Then you just add a couple other bladers like Lane and Rashad to the fray of everybody that was at the table. You have a solid season right there alone for sure, man. Like just do like the season five approach. Add like 2-3 new bladers and then have all these returning bladers with their powerful bays. It'll be sick. I would not mind seeing that. Let's see here. Can you imagine what happened if all Bladers were adults and suddenly retired from Beyblade, but put their bays in a museum, inspired by like the Burst season one's 31st episode with Amaterios? That would be wild. Imagine if that's how like the series ended. You see all these bays in a museum, and then it just fades to black. Dude, that would be the ultimate way the TT would like tug on our heartstrings for sure. But I don't know if they do it. But yeah, my hope for season 7 is hopefully we get all the returning characters, like even the OG characters from Burst, and hoping we get like an Armageddon Beyblade or something like that. The Armageddon Beyblade, like something on that level, I could definitely imagine. We're not gonna get all of the characters for sure. It's not going to be that big of a cast, because if it was like all the characters, there'll be like 50, 60, 70 something releases, and there's no way TT's going to release that many. I'd say a solid season would be if they released like if they released about 20 different bays, like 20 different anime bays. That's a solid cast, because you think about it, subtract like the 6 protagonists with it, you got 14 spots left. I'll even do the math here. Like, then you have like Phi, Gwen, Delta, Lane, and you got those spots left. And then you have like Shu, Free, Louie in the fray, and then you have like Rashad come back. You have 6 spots left. Imagine if they have like 3 for the evil. So imagine if like Arthur did come back with an apocalypse, and then like I don't know if Eva would actually have like a new Aegis or anything, but like the ultimate evil bay. Then you'd have like 4 left, and then you bring back characters like what? Like Xhaka, Wakia, Dinah, and then maybe like Rantaro or Rantaro, Ranjiro, and Ranzo. Imagine they're all in one season, but just they do like the whole Super King effect where they all have different colored Ragnaroks. That'll be pretty sick. Like, imagine like Rantaro has the orange one, Ranjiro has a white one, Ranzo has like a red or green one or something. That'll be pretty cool. And that alone would be like a solid cast, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah, like 20 bays, that'll be solid for sure. But I think the absolute strongest need to return with this. And there's a lot of bladers that it felt like they were just left on big time cliffhangers. And deserve to be in, the final one. Beyblade Burst All-Stars, the main characters, me. I wouldn't want to be like a full main character or anything. You know what I mean? That was just my style. Or just how I am. I love to be in, let's see, use 1% of his power on graded Raphael. Nah, man, it would take a lot to take out Raphael. Raphael's a powerful bay. Fun fact, in Burst Season 1, Episode 31, Amateurios is said to be owned by a strong and legendary blader. Imagine if they actually had... It would be the wildest thing would be if they actually implemented the bays like Amaterios, Ballador, Orichalcum, like the prize bays like Perseus, and they actually like implemented them. That'll be wild, man. When you're going to update the Ice Stadium playlist, when I get time to Kimbo 311, like I said, busy bee, and sometimes I get tired, and for the most part it should like update, like automatically put them in there. But let's see here. Ranzo's Glide Ragnarok had not much of a difference, but Sparking Chip Core was orange. Yeah, there wasn't much of a difference, but still, you know what I mean? It's the way you could have like different characters in there. Like they all have like the same Ragnarok, but just different colors. What if Beyblade Burst made a Season 8 Beyblade Burst All-Stars? We're probably not going to see a Season 8, sadly. I'd love to see it, but they basically confirmed it. Let's see here. Grace Raphael versus Exodus Hydra 100 battles. My 3D printed bays are in hibernation. So anybody asking about those, they're in hibernation. You'll see them in time, but they're in hibernation. And if you know one thing about me, I like mystery big time. Like, the bays are mysterious. And yeah. They'll just take time to unveil that mystery. And one thing that even shows that, like the Zonai tattoo I've got. Because if you know, you know. Zelda fans, Zonai. Ancient civilization that literally vanished off the face of the earth that nobody knew happened to them. And they're like my favorite tribe. Because already seeing like their power and such, even with like the build up towards like Breath of the Wild 2, with what we've seen from all of the trailers and stuff for it. Yeah, I'm hype. So yeah, gotta keep that mysterious factor for a while. Imagine Amaterios from Season 1, Episode 31 came back and he's in the 7th season of Beyblade Burst. It would be cool to have like a full-fledged like Amaterios and whatever the new system is. Like I would hope it would be like Amaterios, Baldur, or Orichalcum. It would be really, really cool to see them. But yeah, First Uranus was the only B00 Bay that appeared in the anime. Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, Solomon... Death Solomon wasn't really a B00 Bay, but yeah, and I mean Amaterios too kind of showed up as well. Bonus character will be Kimbo and Beyblade Burst All-Stars. I mean, I'd be honored to be in anybody's series and such, but yeah. Anyways, guys, it's going on an hour here. I'm going to end this off because I got to go and do some filming and such before I actually go and do adult and work and all that good stuff. I figured I'd get the episode reaction out. Definitely hyped to see where the rest of this season's going to go. Hyped for the next season. And yeah, the battle between Pain and Bell the next time is going to be really intense because it seems like Pain's pretty shocked. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned for more videos and such. And like I said, it's normally double duty. So when you guys are seeing the videos go out, odds are I'm sitting and working my job. So, you know, the grind's always real. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. See you, Kimbo. You're the go. I hope season 7 is going to be good. You have a good day. Yo, Johns, thanks so much for saying that, man. Even that one person says I'm good. I don't take that lightly at all. Like, for real. Like, thank you so much for all the support. All you guys, for real. I'm just still baffled we're going to have a sword play button up there in time. It's insane. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome and cool. Shoot. I'm up out of here. I tried to like get the brim like I was wearing my hat. But yeah, I'm up out of here. Knit hat. This thing's comfortable too. It's really warm.